What's good, everybody? It's your girl, Lily the Goddess. Welcome to Flawless Dreams Radio Show. Another exciting episode just for you all tuning in. Let's see what we got going on in the comment section over here. We got Lizzie Smalls. We got Lizzie Smith. Shout out to my brand ambassador. Shout out to also my sponsor, Miss Lil Ninja of Lily's Moving and Grooming. Go ahead and contact her if you have a dog or cat or bird or whatever. You got a horse, whatever. Call her up and she will come over there and give it a wash. Then let's see. I think we have a lot to discuss in the music industry. But ladies and gentlemen, before we get into any of that, what have you been doing for your loved ones as of late? And if you haven't been giving your loved ones enough attention, please be sure to do that because time is too short. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, welcome to the show for the very first time. Celebrity interviewer, Isaidit. Woo!
Peace. Queen, how you doing? Man,
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Man, I'm straight. I'm just trying to find the closest outlet so I can sit on this couch because it's one of my most comfortable couches in the crib.
It looks
maybe
comfortable.
I'll sit over there.
No, it looks comfortable. Yeah. I would jump right up on that couch. It looks nice. I like your shirt.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna move my location. Man, that intro video is off the chain. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm so glad that you love it. I said it. I know. Let me tell y'all. I said it's very hard to impress. He's a Leo after all, and they pay very close attention to detail. Very close attention to detail.
No, you did a super excellent job. I was impressed and grateful, and I can't wait to use it for other things with your permission.
Oh, absolutely. You know I got you. So you've been doing this for such a long time, helping so many people out, promoting their work, advertising, and being a very positive role model in the community. Can you explain, what drove you to do this in the first place? Why and what's keeping you going?
God is keeping me going because outside of just being here and knowing the people that have who have passed, who was passionate like I was passionate, who worked hard like I worked hard, you know what I mean? And now they don't have a chance to continue their journey. You know what I'm saying? I kind of do it for them. I do it for the people that's not here. And really, before I kind of get too much into, my journey to respectfully answering your questions, I always like to give a couple of shout outs because, again, just like what I'm talking about, if it wasn't for the people that support me, for the people that have passed who supported me before they was here on this earth, then I wouldn't be able to have the energy, the and the focus to be able to do what I do. So, if I
Absolutely. Go
may,
ahead, take the floor.
Miss Miss Lily the Goddess, let me see. So I'm gonna start with, me. I'm gonna shout out Miss Eam Sharon, Empress Eam Sharon. You know what I mean? She passed, great friend of mine. I'm gonna shout out the legendary Stevie Edwards, and he was considered the king of fashion. He was the it, according to Vogue magazine, and he was. I'm sorry about that. Let me put this on mute. Um, he was the it when it comes to fashion. He's considered the king of fashion, and he was also in Time magazine. Let me see. I want to also shout out to Slammin' DA, legendary drummer for New Edition, and who was a New Edition, and a few other people. You know what I'm saying? So Slammin' DA, all of these people passed. Shout out to my brother Black Lord. You know what I mean? Legendary brother. You know what I'm saying? He started a huge motorcycle organization that it now extends across the whole country. Shout out to my brother Nick Williams. Man, shout out to my cousin Tyree. You know what I'm saying? Now, the fact, despite he passed when I was just 15 years old, he was like my big brother. He was a person that I looked up to. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any blood brothers out here. And so, you know what I mean? Those are some of the people I want to shout out today. I know I'm missing some people because it's been that many people that have passed, but that's how I want to start this show today. I just want to show love to, some of those people. And my brother, B Smooth Cox, and I'm actually wearing his jersey right now underneath my shirt. I played in his cancer awareness. I played his cancer awareness um, annual event that he did here in Chicago. You know what I mean? He was a really good brother. You know what I'm saying? So shout out and rest in peace to all of these people. Now, with that being said, to answer your question, what keeps me going with this journey? I'm just and why? I'm sorry. Why did I do this? That was the question, correct, Lily?
Yeah, what made
Why
you
do I do?
decide to get into doing interviews for all these people, and what keeps you going?
Okay, so yeah, so these are the people that keep me going. But the reason why I do what I do and what started me my journey with interviews, because I'm one of those people that if you challenge me, 99.9% of the time, I take on the challenge, and that's what happened with me. Um, Bridget Wiley, who I used to work with as a partner of the Chicago Bridge magazine that I spent 17 years with here in Chicagoland, she challenged me back in 2013, and she was like, "Hey, Mike," because I wasn't really going back. Like I just started the I said it thing, so she was just like, "Mike, hey, listen, you know what I'm saying? We about to do these interviews, and you know what I'm saying? I'm going to interview this legendary DJ over here. He's the founder of Ghetto House Music, and I want you to do a video interview with him." And I'm like, "Wait a minute, I don't even do video interviews. I do the interviews where we just hold the little microphone recorder in your hand and I just take what you said and then I write it down verbatim and then I turn that in to the magazine and once I submit it, either it gets published or it doesn't get published. It's how I started going back to 2003 when I started with the magazine. But when she challenged me, I'm like, okay, since you already told him I'm going to do it and I'm going to be there, I guess I got to show up. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of did it. And I took a liking to it. It's like sometimes you fall into places for opportunities and you don't even know how much you're going to enjoy it. And I never even thought
Right.
about that was on my to-do list. It was just I showed up, and that's my whole thing. You just have to show up sometimes. If you don't show up, then you can't see the success that may come with it, the blessings that come from God, or the failure that may happen, which turns into a lesson. But with that being said, I showed up, and because I showed up back in April of 2013 to do my first interview, I kept going.
I think that's what's important. You got to be consistent. Consistency is key. The key to success is consistency.
Yes.
And you've been very consistent. I said it.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm just grateful. I just remain grateful, and that's what helps me to stay consistent and just, me. In my mind, I just keep things simple. In my mind, to other people, things that I do and things that you do for you are awesome multitasker. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a queen. You know what I mean? In entertainment and business and everything that you're doing, I salute you straight like that. But you know what I mean? To others, it looks really complicated. But to me, I just look at it as work. Just like when I go to my job and I clock in, clock out. Once I clock in, I'm in my mind, I'm ready for whatever the job may bring. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can't prepare for what goes on at the job, but I show up and I'm ready for whatever. So that's how I approach entertainment. That's how I approach business. That's how I approach everything. It's never too much pressure. It's never too much. All it is just work. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Right.
I'm willing to do the job. And so I show up. I clock in.
And does it make this kind of career make it difficult to balance your personal life?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what the heck? I could have sworn
Listen, a celebrity interviewer. I said it. You know, you a celeb, so hello, your phone's gonna be blowing up. Everybody trying to get their
no,
hands on. I said it.
man. First, shout out to Elizabeth, Peace Queen. Shout out to Little Ninja, Peace Queen. So, what was the question?
Is it hard to balance the personal life with all this drive that you have going on with being a celebrity
Mm.
interviewer? I said it.
Yes, sometimes it can be difficult. Like when it comes to relationships, it's hard for me to hold down a successful relationship with a beautiful woman out here, ambitious, fellow ambitious woman. You know what I'm saying? Just it's hard to do that because unless she does what I do, then it's hard to understand me. Like I was in a relationship for 15 years. Shout out to my ex girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Pinky. Um, that's her nickname. She go by Pinky. But and
Pinky.
oddly, and this is what's weird. This is what's crazy. Her name was Pinky when I met her back in 2003. That's what she go by. And then later, I hold up my pinky. No coincidence. Like that's just a coincidence. Like I didn't get that from her. Like that's just where it goes. So maybe subliminally, because Pinky was already in my mind, I drew to that in the universe to the Pinky. But that's a whole nother. And I know we'll get into that later. But you know what I'm saying? Of why I do that. But
Right.
yeah, it's hard to hold a relationship down unless that woman is in my same field or business to be able to truly understand that I'm not trying to deprive her of the proper attention that any woman requires and really deserves. It's just that I'm focused, I'm dedicated, and you know what I'm saying, I'm 10 toes down, you know what I'm saying, heels too.
And you created a wonderful platform, actually a few, because I said it management, wow, is on a roll. And your followers are so huge. You got such wonderful followers. And shout out to all I said it management's followers. Shout out to everybody who supports I said it. Love you. Keep going. Um, you created a platform called From Her Point of View. Um,
Yeah.
what was your idea to
Awesome.
do that?
So my reason for starting from her point of view this talk show is because I look around and I see all these terrible and toxic relationships, and I'm like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, if more men listen to what the woman requires, what she wants, what she desires, then everything can be more peaceful in a relationship at home. Now, I'm not saying there's no toxic women that sometimes can cause bad relationships. I'm saying that usually if you move and make the woman happy, she'll always keep you happy tenfold. You know what I'm saying? She'll give back a whole lot more than what you give her if you just willing to give and do for her. And so you be nice and she'll be, man, super generous to you. You know what I'm saying? In
Very
return. So that's
generous.
what
Very
and so I
generous.
like, yeah, I felt like we had to get back to square one. And to me, square one was going back to being quiet and listen to what she has to say. And so I said, if I create a platform, then maybe I can start the end and create less toxic relationships out here within our community. and create it to where we have women hosts and only interview women, forcing the men to listen. They can chat, they can engage, but they can't be interviewed to say their whole opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's about her, it's about you. And so that's
Right.
what the inspiration was behind that. And I'm just
I
grateful
really
that,
like it. That's a lot of details. That's a lot. I like that.
yeah, no,
But
I'm
keep
just
going.
grateful that no, I'm grateful that you believed in me, you know what I'm saying, to rock with me this long. And, going forward in the future, God willing, you know what I'm saying, as far as, it's written for us to do this show, you know what I mean? But it's definitely up. Shout out to Deasia Marie, who was your co-host when it came to the first season. Shout out to the legendary Mimi Acosta, who was your co-host when it came to season 2. And now shout out to Giselle, who is your co-host now as we are presently currently in season 3, and it's all the way up now. You know what I'm saying?
It really
So I'm
is.
happy. I'm
And
excited.
and
Just
and
grateful.
with that said, you put together this beautiful event that's coming. Do you want to drop it?
Man, you already know I'm excited to have May 25th for all of you all to be in the building. I'm talking about we bringing everybody back. I'm talking about Deasia Marie is going to be in the building. The legendary Mimi Acosta from Atlanta is going to be in the building. The famous and soon to be legend, the one and only Lily, the goddess, all the way from Florida, is going to be in the building. And Giselle, right here in Chicagoland, is going to be in the building. And this in the building is actually my storefront that I was so blessed to be able to start. You know what I mean? Recently, it's located in downtown Bloomington, Illinois, which is 2 hours south of the Chicago area. And man, I'm just really grateful. And what we're going to be doing is a live taping of the show, and I have my friends over at Life and Entertainment, spearheaded by Gina Hills, the famous and legendary Gina Hills, is going to be coming from Memphis to come and film this so she can stream it through her celebrity website, lifeandentertainment.com. Make sure you all check that out. And then, and this part I'm going to have to read so I can make sure I get it all the way right. So is actually going to be aired on Comcast Xfinity Channel 17 out of Memphis, and she's going to add it to Bumpin' 96.3 FM radio as well. It's going to be streaming there, along with when it comes to her channel and surrounding areas reaching 160,000 homes. 96.3 FM reaches 3 million people, and Life and Entertainment has 5 million impressions and views. And so, with that being said, that's what we're going to be doing. And I've been invited. I've invited some of the past female guests that have in the Chicagoland area that has appeared on this show since day one. Do you know we filmed over 40 episodes so far with this
Wow.
show?
Wow.
40
I
episodes.
believe we're up to
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah, it's
And it's been
crazy. It's amazing.
amazing. It
Yeah.
has. I know we both said the same thing at the same time. The links. It
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited to take this trip to Chicago. Shout out to everybody out there in Chicago. I'm telling you, it's my first time actually going, and I'm excited. It's a journey. I love taking adventures. I love it. Love it.
Yeah. Like I said, I got a whole,
Shout out J
itinerary that I'm
Poet.
putting together. Yeah, shout out to Jay Poet. Appreciate you, brother. Um, I definitely got a whole itinerary that I'm putting together, plan to make sure I take care of all my peoples. Excuse me, because both you and Gina, nor Mimi has been to Chicago. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit Lakeshore Drive. Lakeshore Drive is the outskirt of the entire skyline of Chicago, and you can really appreciate all the architecture and all the. This is why we have the most beautiful skyline in the whole country. It's because of Lakeshore Drive, the way that it basically hugs the outside of the skyline and it hugs Lake Michigan. And so we're gonna hit that road. Is a long, long road, and that's gonna be really fun. And you'll be able to really just see the whole city in one shebang. Yeah,
Michigan. Shout out to Michiganders out there.
yeah.
Lizzie
So
actually
this will be
has a
real fun.
question. She says, Lily and I said it. What is something you've wanted to do but haven't yet? Would you both like, and who would you both like to meet? Oh, Lord. Well, good question. You go first. I said
You
it. You
first.
lay it down. Drop it like it's
No,
hot.
this your show. I'm the guest, but it's still ladies first. So please.
Well, I would really like to meet. Actually, I got a whole book worth of people I would love to meet. I said it. I mean, I really want to meet some of these actors. You know, I my whole life they've been dying out. I wanted to meet up like Robin Williams. I wanted to meet Michael Jackson. Everybody that I have grown up looking at, their legends, and they're just dying out. And I'm like, when am I gonna meet some of these folks? Get to ask them some questions. That has to pertain to the nitty gritty of acting and all the stuff that some people might find tedious and boring, but as
Mhm.
acting geeks we're all about. um so I want to meet someone like Frank Dillon. um that's just to name just one for now, because it's a book's worth. And what was the other question she said? She said what? Let me pull that back up. And what is something you've wanted to do but haven't? Travel more. There you go. That's mine. Your turn. I'm gonna
Okay.
leave that up.
Well, that's definitely something that I can agree with. I definitely want to travel more. I want to piggyback off of you when it comes to that. And then as well, something that I would like to do is I want to get back to writing a book. You know what I'm saying? Ever since like day one, my mama told me, you know what I'm saying, you need to write a poetry book. You know what I'm saying? She's been telling me this since I started poetry since 2001. I just never done it. I just never got around to it. It's just something I've always kind of put on the back burner, but it's something that I am still passionate about doing. You know, even writing a nonfiction novel because I have a lot of ideas and I have a whole book up here. You know what I'm saying? That's already complete with all the characters, with the settings and everything. I just haven't done it. You know what I mean? So that's one thing that I would like to do: write a book, still publish a book that is, and then I would like to travel more. When it comes to people that I would like to meet, great question, Elizabeth. Again, I'm sorry, I want to be original, but I have to piggyback off of you one more time, Lily. Like all the people that I really wanted to meet, they already passed. Like the people that was on my to-do list, like Michael Jackson, Tupac. You know what I'm saying? It was really all about Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? That's who I wanted to meet when I was growing up. Like it was all about Mike. So,
Facts.
and I'm just grateful to be named Michael as well. So, you know what I mean? That always like that was the best, and then Michael Jordan came along later on. And so
You know,
then,
you,
it's
you
like,
know why a lot of people they use that name Michael. You're a writer, so I would figure what do you think I'm gonna say? You
I have
probably
no
know
idea
your
what you're gonna say.
fireside.
No, no, I know it. You so creative and your thoughts are, you know what I mean, very far out there like I am. Imagine, we visualize all types of stuff. So what are you thinking? What are you saying?
That's basically what J Poet is showing right there. The name Michael itself, it mean like the with the crowns. The name Michael itself is, well, number one, it's a biblical name. It's just like after the
Oh, yeah,
archangel Michael, and then also
right.
Michael. The represent that the very name itself is like it means king. It's royalty.
God, God,
You
like
see.
King, all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, royalty, and so that's why a lot of people they get named. They name their sons Michael, because if he looks like a Michael, he looks like the king that she knows he is. He's gonna be called Michael.
Yeah. Now I knew the definition definitely of what Michael represents. I didn't know what angle you were trying to come at when you said
Oh, you know
reason
what? You
why.
know what? You know that they have like other in different cultures. They have different meanings for Michael, but it all stems down to the same thing. Same
As soon as I
thing.
learned how to
Royalty.
read, as soon as I learned how to read, I looked up what Michael meant. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I learned how to
Hmm.
read, I looked up what Leo meant. And they're kind
Yep.
of like aligned with each other. Leo,
Hmm.
the definition of a Leo and what Michael. So I just try to, there's a lot to live up to, but it's no pressure over here. You know what I'm saying? I just do me, live my life, and try to treat other people, you know what I'm saying, with respect. Do unto others as you want to do unto you. It's how I move, you know what I'm saying? And I move boldly because good fortune favors the bold is what I was taught when I was 19 years old. Shout out to Frank Chapman. He's an activist here. in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? He's always like on the news. He's been advocating for holding police responsible and accountable for their crimes that they commit against civilians. He's been doing this since like 1978. And so shout out to Uncle Frank. But with that being said, yeah, I just try to, I've been taught, what I'm saying, some great information, and it's all about just applying it. Like wisdom is no good if you don't apply it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So during my journey, I just slowly but surely I try to apply all the great knowledge and information that I have learned over the years, you know what I mean, from different people I've been blessed to be around. While always, trying to apply things that I come up with myself.
Right.
What Elizabeth
Oh,
say,
she
do you
says,
plan on having
"Ask-
your own live show sometime on TV?
it's coming.
Well,
It's already given to the
yeah, I
universe."
mean,
I would have.
yeah, well, I mean, that's what Celebrity Interviewer I said it, the show is, you know what I mean, where I interview other people. That is my live show, and you know what I mean? And one day, if it's in God's plan, then it will be on TV.
Yes.
But I'm
Everything's
actually,
in I would say
yeah,
it's in
it's
motion.
time. No,
Yeah.
it's definitely in motion. I showed up, so it's definitely in motion. But let me go in and give you something exclusive. So I'm actually about to end the name, the program, Celebrity Interviewer. I said at the show, exclusive. I'm ending. I'm getting rid of that because sometimes it's like once somebody know you as something, then it's called mission complete. So I don't have to. So on here, my name that I've used is I said it. I don't even have to say celebrity interviewer prefix anymore because I've said it so much. It's incorporated into a person's psyche now. I don't have to say that now. It's just I said it. And actually, what it's going to be is I'm about to start a podcast, and it's going to be called Yeah I Said It podcast.
I like that. I like that. You scared
Yeah,
me there
so
for a minute and I said it. You scared me. I was like, what are you trying to say? You leaving? Like what? No.
yeah.
I got
So
so
now
scared right
my name is my name, but I'm just saying I'm ending. I'm not gonna the show that I do is no longer going to be called Celebrity Interviewer. I said at the show, I'm changing it and converted it over to a podcast style, and the name of my new podcast is going to be called the Yeah I Said It Show,
now. I like it.
or
Liz,
just Yeah I Said It Show, something like that.
she's
That's
tuning in.
awesome.
I know it. And again, shout out to J Poet, everybody else in the comment section, Little Ninja, Lizzie, everybody over there,
Yeah, definitely.
Bernadette.
Oh, shout
and
out to Bernadette too. Peace, Queen. Yeah, so
uh,
that's something I'm going to be actually filming out of my location, out of my store. I'm going to be doing that, and I already have some great interviews set up for in-person people that's going to be part of the podcast, and that man, I can't wait. That'll be starting soon when I return back to doing interviews.
because it's Florida.
Yes, ma'am.
Sometimes internet can be kind of funky. J Poet, what's up, man? So can you tell me? Because wow,
Thank
I
you,
said
sir.
you have so much
Peace to you,
going on
brother.
and so much in the works that now you have your clothing brand. You have your brand. You're branding yourself. I mean, like it's branding. I said it everywhere. I could see this. Like people gonna be doing graffiti of "I said it" on walls. They're gonna be wearing "I said it" t-shirts, hats, putting it on their coffee mugs, and all that.
Yeah, so I'm glad that you said that. You know what I mean? And this is a joke, but this is serious and this is real. And this I'm being 100%. So when I started this, I got some homies and they be like, man, because what I don't do is I don't try to exploit women. You know what I'm saying? If a woman wants to exploit herself and her body, that's her choice. You know what I'm saying? It's your body. But you see how like sometimes people will put a brand on the back of a woman's booty and the booty be shaking and then they use that to get your attention to support their brand or to highlight their brand. So my guy came to me when I started this. I said it, Brandon, and he was like, "Man, I got this girl. She'll take her top off and she put it over her cleavage. You know what I'm saying? And we could do that." And I'm like, "No, that's what I'm not doing. I'm not going to do things like that just to draw attention to myself, to exploit women, to be able to get attention. Like in time, people will appreciate where I'm coming from, the work that I put into it, the art behind it, the everything, the detailing of what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? But what I won't do is that's a shortcut, basically, when people do that. And you know what I'm saying? We
But
all
you're
can do
also
whatever the
you're
heck
also
we
a
want to do.
gentleman too. Like it doesn't really, that
Yeah.
sort of marketing does not fit your character and
Right,
how you are.
right, exactly. But I'm just saying, like I had women, which is crazy, that was willing to do this to help promote my brand. And I'm just like, no, thank you. It's a no for me. I love your integrity. It's honorable. Nah, thank you. I appreciate that, Elizabeth, Lizzie. But no, real talk though, but people would do anything sometime with as if it's no consequence in the universe. You know what I'm saying? You have to really, like you just said, stick to your brand, stick to your who you are. Always, whatever you do, try to have it aligned to who you are, your personality, your spirit, and things is gonna work out in time. And I'm a believer of that.
Me too. I
So
agree with
I ain't
that.
taking no shortcuts, no shortcuts for me.
No
I'm here for
shortcuts,
the
ladies and
journey.
gentlemen. It's not necessary. Why does somebody great and who believes in what they're doing and has that confidence even need such a shortcut? I mean, that's kind of like if a woman does it too, like, and they grab a man and they say, "Here, look, model my brand." If it fits their aesthetic and that's what they're doing, then yeah, like if it's a Victoria's Secret or whatever. But if you're a gentleman, and I'm like, I'm like, can't he just represent his brand the way that he is? It fits his character. Why does
Yeah,
everybody
people
have
will
to be
always
pushed
try.
to the sex sells marketing
Right.
strategy?
You have to be careful because people will try to project their their definition of success or their path to success onto you, you know what I'm saying, and try to persuade you to like this is how you should do it. And if you don't do it this way, it's never gonna work. No, just always believe in what you're doing and stick to it and keep showing up and it's gonna turn over. You know what I'm saying? Turn over as in, you know what I mean, that hard work is gonna turn into more blessings. That doorways and doors is gonna keep opening, you know what I'm saying? Things is gonna happen. But it'll never happen if, you know what I'm saying, you don't put it out there and make it public. You know what I'm saying? If you just talk to yourself in the house, and say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and never get out there and actually do it or put it out there, um, you know what I'm saying, on social media or whatever, you know what I'm saying, or in the streets, word of mouth, people will never be able to support you. You have to market yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nobody's going to market you. You can't wait on people to promote you. You be waiting forever. You know what I'm
That's
saying? But
true.
like I like I've been taught, um, once you are showing that you are putting money behind your brand, people are willing to put money behind your brand. But
Right.
people are not willing to come out of their hard earned money to put into your pocket to support you if you're not even going into your pocket to support yourself.
That's what
And
it
so
is.
is that way.
That's what it
You
is.
know what I'm saying? So anything you want more of, you got to put out in the universe. You know what I'm saying? We want more money, give more money. You want more attention, give other people more attention. You know what I'm saying? And that's why things are coming to me the way that some people perceive it is because I am been trying my best to be giving, and what you see me receiving is what I've already given into the universe in the past to other people.
Exactly.
It's just coming back. You know what I mean? But
Coming back.
it takes time sometimes to come back like a frisbee. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
don't even know when it's gonna come back, but it's gonna come back to you, good or bad, whatever you put out there. So what you seek seeks you.
That's true. Lizzie says, "Do you
And it's
plan
out
on
there.
taking a small break for yourself this summer, or is it time to go full steam ahead?"
It's always all gas, no brakes. Always all gas, no brakes. There's no brakes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for a break because I look at it like this, Lizzie. I took breaks when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? When I was not as dedicated and not as full steam ahead as I am now. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I don't deserve no. It's not that I don't deserve a break, but even if I go on vacation, like when I do come to Florida to see you, I'm still gonna be finding a way to work. You know what I'm saying? When I go to Atlanta, when I go anywhere, Matter of fact, when I went to Florida recently, when I went to the I was in Fort Pierce, Florida back in November of the end of last year because I was nominated for an award with Yuli Wood, Hollywood. Even then, you know what I'm saying? I'm at the hotel. I seen when I was doing the continental breakfast, right? In the morning after the show. And I saw a girl that was there who had accepted an award last night and she had recognized me. And she was like, "Weren't you at the award show last night? We were at the band, we was in the Holiday Inn." And I'm like, "Yeah, I was there." You know what I'm saying? And so we took a picture and then I took the initiative like, "Hey, let me interview you." You know what I'm saying? Let me celebrate you. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Chicago. I can help promote you there. You know what I'm saying? And then we can create some followers more for me in your city in Florida. And so she was with it and just like that, we ate breakfast. She ate breakfast with her kids. I ate breakfast with my cousin. Shout out to my cousin Renee. And I made it happen. You know what I'm saying? I pulled out my tablet, you know what I'm saying, and I filmed it. We went outside and we made it happen, you know what I'm saying? And I found out she was actually a really huge Haitian artist, you know what I'm saying, and down in Florida. And she's, got mad streams and everything, you know what I'm saying? She's doing her thing and she sounds really good. But again, it's always work. Full steam ahead, Lizzie. No breaks. You
That's right.
know
And
what
the
I'm
thing
saying?
is that I'm the type of, being a true artist in everything that you do. It's not, it's like, it's okay. We put in hard work, but it's not work for us. That's our life. This is
Right,
who we are. And whoever is with us has to be on board too. Otherwise, that we can't stop doing what we're doing just because somebody wants to be Tom and Jerry or Tom and Susie, or Susie and whatever next door. That's not our life.
right,
That's not who we are. We're not the person next door. Our lives, we have a different path. We're artists and we never stop. To us, it's not work. Work is put into it, but it's not work. It's like, and we like to be productive. We need that. You need that. As a Leo, if you don't
right.
even get to your fire sign, you don't get to express yourself, you go mad. And Liz also says, I see, best of luck to you on all you do. And so excited and
Thank you,
happy.
thank you.
That's who we
Thank
are.
you, Queen.
We're not here for like 4 hours. Even when Flawless Dreams Radio ends, this episode ends, I'm still your girl, Lily. It never goes
Right.
away. This is
That
not no
way.
caricature.
Yeah, it's real
That part.
life, you know what I mean? And people,
I
saying
can't wait to see
sometimes
what your
take
house
the
gonna look like.
you said my house look like
I feel like I'm gonna, like, when I drive up to your house, I'm gonna see two huge lion statues guarding the gate.
well, you know what I mean? What I do is I never front. I stay in an apartment, I'll stay in a house, but it's still my crib, you know what I'm saying? And wherever I live, you know what I mean, whether it's in a car, whether it's in the backyard, whether it's in a tent, wherever it is, you know what I'm saying, home is where the heart is, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna make the most of it no matter where it is. And I've just been blessed right now to be in a space to where it's very spacious. And it's right actually above my storefront. And so I'm very grateful to say that too. Like I can just go straight
That's
downstairs and I can go into my storefront and then go back upstairs. Gotta go outside and then go up the staircase.
yeah,
And I live right here. So I'm grateful to say that. But it wasn't always like that. Things can
right.
change overnight if you just continue to show up.
That's right. And that's
So I just
that's
stay
I
grateful.
agree with that. I agree with that. I feel so connected, and I that hits deep with me what you just said, because I relate.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So no
hopefully,
one
even
should
if a
be
people, whatever you people do out there, take some notes from I said it. I mean, he said you're living a beautiful life. You're blessed. You extend those blessings. You're putting out good energy. It radiates. And I'm not just saying it. It's just it. I only talk to people who actually are true to what they do. That's it.
right. No, I appreciate
You
that.
know,
Definitely I'm great.
I see the real deal, and I've always seen the real deal in you. That's why we talk so much.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I see it. It reflects, you know what I mean? What you see in others is a reflection of you. You know what I'm saying? So
It's
if you see realness in me, then it's because of the realness in you. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it works. You know what I'm saying? When you see evil in someone else, or you can like, if you look at people evilly, I mean, and like,
right.
oh, they're so this or they so that, that's it is inside of you as well. You're just projecting it onto them. You know what I'm
Shadow
saying?
work.
So exactly. You know what I'm saying? So dope, you know what I mean? Careful our thoughts. Our thoughts is is very powerful.
It's like spelling. You got to be careful what words you use because they have power. Words have power. Words have influence.
Right.
Um, Lizzie has a really good question, but before we get to that, Liz, we're gonna take a short commercial break. Everybody, go take your bathroom break, get your cup of water, your
Yeah.
coffee, whatever. Show is gonna be over exactly at 7, so it's a quick commercial break. All right, y'all. I love you. Do not leave. Don't go nowhere. I'll be mad. Y'all be sad. Love you. Don't leave.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now. Please understand. Please understand.
Give me that plus side. Like a mathematician, you divide, we multiply. Juicy dick that, shorty, you the sweetest pie. You ain't shy, I see you acting all brand new. Come bounce over my way, that's the move. Forget breaking rules, let's break a sweat. If I slide up in your DM, things are going to get wet. Lift all that pound cake, you blast, let's work. I can make dinner, and tonight you be a dessert. Put in work like cardio, and let's kick it. You murder every... I told myself I am legend like Will Smith. Ops beware, don't get smacked up like Chris. I tight grip on the mic like a soldier to a gun. So check the rhyme, son. You see, I stay unique. Like I have no legs, I never see defeat. Brothers tripping when they step to me. So plugged in the game, they call me USB. I'm geared up like machinery. Speak hip hop fluently like Stevie. You wonder why you can't see me. Look, G, I invoke 16 bars of substance. They neither influence or under the influence. Resistance is futile. You about to get rammed through. They know our rhythm, but they don't want our blues. So keep it real, keep it true. I gotta maintain. I'm a Super Bowl, you still playing 17 games. So no shame, I'm getting these MCs shook. I got you calling me captain, cause I got you hooked.
Welcome back to Flawless Dreams Radio Show with your girl, Lita the Goddess. Thank you so much for sticking around, everybody. And we're back with Isaidit, celebrity interviewer. Isaidit, did you want me to drop the celebrity interviewer right now, or do you want me to go ahead and just keep going?
You good. Like I say, it's already in the mind, and that the mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished, ladies and gentlemen. Mission accomplished. Let's pull up that question from Lizzie. What you got? What advice could you give someone who is just starting out and wants to do something like what you're doing? I said it. You know what's funny? Before you answer that question, I do not let me forget. Do everybody in the comment section, do not let me forget. I have a question that is equivalent to that question right there. It has to do with tutorials because I want to know if you're going to be doing any tutorials in the near future to help other people, pursue their dreams. Before you answer that, go ahead and answer this one.
Okay, so what advice could you give someone who just starting out and wants to do something like you? Well, the best advice I can give is short and sweet. Put God first, you know what I mean? Have untime, you know what I'm saying? Because God has untimely blessings, you know what I'm saying? So keep your faith, you know what I'm saying? Have a focus, have a plan, have a master plan, not just a plan, but have a master plan. It's descriptive and detailed as you want, and never compare your um to what you're trying to do to what the next person is doing. You know what I'm saying? It's good to be inspired. You know what I mean? We all are influenced by the things that are around us sometimes, you know what I mean? But make sure you stay as original as possible. And that's the best advice I can give. Keep God first, have a master plan, be as detailed and descriptive as possible. And man, you know what I'm saying? Go full steam ahead.
Awesome.
Don't quit.
Uncle, I said it. Jasomni. She says, Uncle, I said it. That's what she says. Uncle, I said it. She love you. And my question was, would you ever consider making tutorials about running?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, actually, that's something in my to-do list. You know what I mean? I do so many different things, and you know what I mean. I'm only one man. You know what I'm saying? Um, and so in time, I'm definitely gonna get around to having tutorials and things like that. You know what I mean? I spoke of doing that first back in like 2000, like 2019, and I just haven't done it yet. But it's definitely on my to-do list. Thank you for the
It's in the
reminder, though.
works. it's in the
Yeah, it's in
works.
the
It's in the
works.
works. You have a lot in the works. I love it. That's a true artist. Always cooking. Always cooking.
Yeah. Oh wait.
And I see. Speaking of cooking, you even have a show that is centered around cooking food.
Yeah, so that's gonna be awesome. Food Chronicles with Mimi and I Said It. That'll be actually airing May the 26th. Our first episode is actually gonna be live because she's already in town. So that's just beautiful, knocking out two birds with one stone. And we're gonna be filming that show on the 26th, which would be that Sunday following the big show from her point of view talk show. So let's just say everyone get to eat good 2 days in a row. But you know what I mean, that's definitely going to be a cooking show, and we just gonna come from an angle that you know what I mean that you just don't see, and it's more of a surprise. Like when you see it, it's going to blow your mind. You know what I mean? Because you already know when Mimi and I get together, it's always it's been successful, and I'm grateful, and that's why I continue to work with certain people because it's just success. Same with you and I. You know what I mean? That's why you've been here since day one in season one.
I would love to. I gotta tune into the Food Chronicles and check that out. If there's one thing I love is some good food. Love to cook.
Yeah.
Culinary arts is a very fun craft to possess if you have it naturally,
Yeah.
or even if you go to study it, however it is, or if you just do both because you would just like that extra experience. Um, do you have,
Yeah.
with that being said, do you have a specific platter that's your favorite that you cook on your own?
Chicken. I
The
like
chicken.
chicken cooking. I like cooking chicken in different variations. You know what I mean? Whether I'm steeping it, baking it, frying it, you know what I'm saying? Boiling it, whatever. Like I like seasoning it a different way because chicken is one of those things like, beef or, you can season it so many different ways. But chicken, you can really experiment with chicken so many different ways. So that's my go-to. I start with chicken and I surround it with other things.
It's true. Chicken, good.
Yeah,
Right,
I
Liz?
love chicken.
Fifth Element.
You can eat whole pieces, you can cut it up, you know what I'm saying? It's just different ways you can enjoy, you know what I'm saying, eating chicken. So that's my thing. And I have an Instagram called I Said It Love Chicken or something like
Oh my God, that's delicious. Oh my God, I love it. So then what's something that you have coming up that you would like everybody to be aware of so that they can go subscribe? Besides subscribing to I Said It Management on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, go and follow on all social media platforms. But what do you have coming up that you really want to highlight on the show tonight? You gave us a few exclusives.
Yeah,
But
no,
anything
absolutely.
else?
Yeah, I definitely appreciate it, J Poet. Um, I definitely had a lot more exclusives for you, you know what I mean? But we only got till 7 o'clock today. But you know what I mean, maybe we do a part two or something like that. But because I got a lot more to tell you about, this history and stuff I wanted to put your people and your platform on to. But when it comes to what's cooking next is I'm doing a fashion show. It's going to be co-hosted with my good friend Robin Lee, and she actually just started her first virtual dispensary. And so you'll hear more about that on my platform. But I'm really excited to get into doing fashion shows. And when it comes to fashion shows, this is actually going to be one that I do every season. So it's going to be a fashion show this spring, which is May 18th at my storefront. Then it's going to be another one in the summer, then the fall, and then the winter. And this is something that I plan to stick to doing as like something that you can always know that out of my storefront, you can always come to fashion show. That's going to be like an annual, semi-annual event that I do on a regular basis going forward as long as I can keep it going. And I'm working with some professional models, professional designers, you know what I mean? Everybody are seasoned in what they're doing. And so with me to help make it successful outside of the marketing aspect, what I've been doing is, I understand like whatever I do, Lily, the goddess, I never go into it with an ego. I never go into it like, okay, well, I've done this over here. I'm successful over here. That means I'm going to automatically be successful over here. It doesn't work that way. It's like a baby. You gotta go back to learn how to walk. And so that's how I went into this. You know what I'm saying? I hit the internet, I learned the definition of a fashion show. I go into, you know what I'm saying, different details of what makes fashion shows successful. I look up, you know what I mean, Paris week, fashion week in Paris. What do they do? Why do people draw to that? You know what I mean? Details and taking a little bit from everything and then coming up with my own to help make this the best fashion show you've ever been to, you know what I'm saying, within the space that I have to work with. And that's what I'm going to do from the lighting to the music to the way that they walk down the walkway, how the angles, you know what I'm saying, everything. Like I'm trying to think of every different aspect. And I would love that you be in one of my fashion shows one day. We have to just bring you out here, you know what I'm saying, just to be in one of these fashion shows straight like that. Because
I
you
would
got a
love
lot of
to.
you are beautiful. But
Oh,
yeah, I love it though. And I
I
still on the
love you.
back
Stop
burner.
making me turn red.
No,
No, keep it coming. I love
I love I love you too. You already know I love you too, Queen. But I
I'll listen.
also on the back burner. Now on the back burner, I still have the magazine on deck. I'm just, I want it to be perfect, as perfect as possible. So I have a
Perfect.
magazine still called Models Like Us, and I
Mhm.
still have the woman on. She's a supermodel, and her name is Laura Jala. You know what I mean? And she's out of Paris, and she's a huge, huge, huge. You look her up, Lara Jala, Jalloh, and she's still on deck. She's still rocking with me. So whenever I'm ready to publish this magazine, she's gonna be my first front cover feature. And she was actually Miss 2020 Miss Europe. You know what I'm saying? Which is something huge. Like, you have Miss America, Miss Universe, Miss this, Miss that. But Miss Europe is one of the top. This has been going on since like 18, I want to say like 1802. So Miss Europe is huge, and she's a black woman that won Miss Europe, and so that's big in itself as well. Um, but she was Miss 2020 Miss Europe, and she's gonna be on the front cover. So it's a lot of different things. I still have a magazine. Um, I said it, Global Networking magazine that I published. I put out. I published 5 issues, created 6. I just never published the last one. I actually, start putting more energy into the show from her point of view. And, the Square Table Talk Show. The Square Table Talk Show is
Square
something that I do.
table. What?
Yeah, the last Thursday of every month. We just had a great, great episode. just yesterday, we've had so many great celebrities, legends, icons on this show, and I'm just so grateful that it's been like that. You've appeared on the show, you know what I mean? That they with along Deasia and uh, another gentleman from out here in Chicago. But yeah, it's just been really dope everything that I've been able to do, and I'm just grateful with all the people I've networked with. You know what I mean? I did want to also shout out a couple of artists because there's so many talented artists out here. You know what I mean? I've worked with plenty, but today I want to highlight you all need to stream and look up Sean White and White WYTE. You know what I'm saying? Sean White, that brother is really, really, really good. You need to look up Sandy Red, another great artist. Man, she's off the chain. So I'm gonna just name one male and one female. So those are the two artists I'm gonna highlight today. You know what I mean? And obviously Giselle, which y'all already know, 'cause y'all see her on my platform all the time. But Sean White and Sandy Red, y'all need to look them up. Their music is off the chain.
I don't. Sandy, Sandi.
No, Y, SANDY, and then Red REDD, and it's all one word.
Oh, REDD, two D's.
Yep, yep.
Okay, all right, y'all. I put it in the comment section so everybody can kind of take a look. So please look
Yeah,
out. Sean White. You spell right?
Yeah, WYTE.
Okay, see,
No words.
everybody's
No words.
yeah.
Yeah, but
WYTE.
yeah. And then you know what I mean. I'm trying to squeeze everything in, within this time frame. But I gotta mention this too. Tribute to Women event tour is something that where I created. Yep, there you go. Something else that I created to where, what I mean, I wanted to give back to women in general, but what I mean, I wanted to focus at this time on correct on Black women. And so I honor and award and crown Black women here in my city, and it's going to be a tour. And eventually, God willing, I'll be able to do this and travel the world and just crown Black women from across the country, around the world. You know what I mean? Because it's just something that I'm passionate about. There's so many powerful women in general, and I extended it to where every woman is eligible. You know what I'm saying? As long as you wake up in the morning, you a woman, and you go to sleep, you a woman, then you're eligible. You know what I'm saying? And it's straight like that. And right now I have 11 honorees going back since 2017, and Sandy Red was actually the last honoree. And so I'm grateful that I've honored 5-time Emmy Award winning Sister Africa, who actually has two murals, wall murals here in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I've honored her. I've honored, what I mean, Miss Betty R. Clausen, who has over 100,000 students throughout the entire country when it comes to in the beauty industry. You know what I mean? Because she has a school called Dudley's Beauty. Doggone it. I got a brain fart. But anyway, Dudley School of Beauty, Dudley Beauty School. I got to do better. But anyway, Betty R. Clausen. So I've just basically I'm amazed that how God is using me and how the things that He has connected me with people around the world, and I'm just grateful, and I'm just going to remain grateful and remain aggressive.
Yep, there's always room to grow, which I
That's
like that
right.
you added. There's always. That's why it's every work in progress. And it's important to extend the welcome for others to be part of the process and encourage them to be part of the process and not just so eager for the outcome.
All right. Yep,
So,
absolutely. You got to be willing to go through the journey. You know what I'm saying? There's no shortcuts. Don't look for a shortcut. Be willing to do the cross country run every time you go out there and do anything. Don't look for the instant success. And that's what I definitely want to remind some of these new artists. They jump out there, they're a rapper or a singer overnight, and they expect to get paid. Where I come from, the lineage that I am, from where I grew from, you got to do things sometimes for free, improve yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's so many other great talent out there. What makes you better than all these other people that's been doing this for years to where you feel like somebody should go in their pocket and book you? You know what I'm saying? No, be willing to do things for free. And you'll know when you have gotten to that point, God will let you know, the universe will let you know when it's time to charge, because people will come up to you and they'll offer to say, hey, I want to pay you for this. That's when it's usually time, when people offer, but not when you think that like, hey, I just started this last month and now I'm about to get rich off of being an artist. No, it don't work like that. You got to put in the work. Be willing to do the cross country run. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta
Whatever it
promote
takes.
yourself. You gotta stay active. You
Right.
can't give up. And
Right.
it's kind of like it's all mental. It's a mind over matter,
Yeah.
really. You
Yes,
know,
ma'am.
you let yourself, you tell yourself all these negative thoughts. That's what's going to be emitted. You're emitting all that
Yes.
negative energy. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got to cut it for now because we need a part two. There's just so much that's going down. Do not forget to follow this king on all social media platforms. This is Isaidit, celebrity interviewer. Isaidit. Peace up.
That way. All day. Thank
Yeah,
you,
we got to
God.
hold it up. Here we go.
If you ain't got the
And your nail is
authorization,
longer than
don't be like
mine. I'm not a hater, but I need to work. I got to get my claws out.
this. All right. Peace to you, Queen.
Listen,
Appreciate your time. Thank you for the opportunity.
rock it. I
I'm
said
grateful
it.
for you. Yep. I love you. Holla at me.
I love
Thanks
you
to
too. I
everybody
said
that
it. Thank you
joined
so much.
and tuned in. Yes.
Go ahead
Thank
and
you.
give everybody another shout out.
Yes, again, I just want to shout out everybody that's involved with From Her Point of View talk show, everybody that's rocked with me, everybody that's been on any of my platform, anybody that ever performed in any of my shows. I do events, live events as well. And I've had so many different artists grace my stage. And it's just been awesome. You know what I mean? Shout out to Gina Hills, Life and Entertainment. You know what I mean? Shout out to Mimi Acosta, Giselle, Deasia, you know what I mean? Sean White, Sandy. Man, it's a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? And everybody that was just on the show last night, the Square Table, that was a really awesome show. Shout out to Echo, shout out to Freeway, you know what I mean? Shout out to Miss Goldie, the hair boss queen, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ashania. Yeah, that way. Everybody, Africa, Sister Africa. Yeah, and it don't stop. Shout out to Lady Crush out there in Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? I'll be forgetting to shout out sometime. Shout out to LJ Wicks and the Netherlands. And shout out to my boy Most B in Paris. And shout out to Keezy in Cameroon, Africa. You know what I'm saying? She doing her thing too. Keezy. Look her up. She's a dope artist.
Keezy. All
Yeah,
blessings.
K
Until
E
next
Z Z
time,
Y.
I said it. Until next time, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen. It's a long list. It is a long list. I said it always
Yeah.
stays in motion. So if you want to get on his message and you want to send him a message saying you want to, hey, listen, I want to support your show. I said it. How can I do that? I want to be a guest on your show. You go ahead and you send a message to I Said It Management, and he'll give you the hookup.
I said it management at gmail.com. I said it management at gmail.com, or call me directly, text first, because I don't know you like that. So 219-801-1322. Hit me up. That way. Be safe. Blessings. Love. I am grateful. I am thankful. I expect a miracle. Thank you for the miracles.
Thank you, King.
Now, thank you
Till
for your
next time.
time. Peace. All right. See you soon.
Ciao.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you for a part two of interviewer I Said It, celebrity interviewer I Said, to be exact. He's been doing this for a long time and supporting the community. And so please be sure to do the same and support in return. Your support is greatly appreciated also on this platform. If you haven't had a chance to find out, hey, how can I support Flawless Dreams Radio Show? Go ahead and look up Flawless Dreams Radio on Facebook and you can follow me. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Flawless Dreams. I would greatly appreciate it. You can send me a message. Find out how you can be a guest or a sponsor on my show. You can go ahead and email ohmygoddess15@aol.com and I'll get to you very, very quickly. That's just the way it is. So shout out to all my supporters and my sponsors. I'll see you next time.